of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff unit about to go to work. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Rainbow Warriors offense takes the field for the first time today. And here comes this quarterback. This entire offense is built around him. He is the engine of the entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks towards him.
He's off to the races. He's at the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Back to pass, it's Shager. He's right on target. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick pass on the fly motion. Running with power. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on 3rd down. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hawaii!
I really love that first drive by the offense. It always seemed like they were just 1 step ahead of the D, and a nice job there down close. When the defense knew they were going to run the football, being more physical, running it in on 3rd down to get the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cougars offense has the ball for the first time. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Washington State going quickly. To the air, it's Mateer. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Washington State will have to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time. Pass on the way, it's picked off. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35.
Well, the offense turns it over. And talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Working that left side now. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Cougars are rolling down the field. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Makes the grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. 2nd and goal for the offense. They're going to run it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They're going to run it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Mississippi State was anything but dominant, but the Bulldogs are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Wide open, he makes the catch. All kinds of running room. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Warriors. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
14, Washington State, 3.
He'll bring it out. It's Freeman. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Washington State lines up quickly. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the misconnection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to throw it again. Just a short pass to the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. An 84-yard drive there. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Give to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through a tackle. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Back to throw, it's Shager. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Rainbow Warriors headed quickly to the line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Second down.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line.
Washington State.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. The Rainbow Warriors are on the move.
And that's good enough for a first down.
They'll ride the hot hand. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. The ball's free. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Now on the option. Now the toss. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Washington State going quickly.
And I love that the QB understands I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he can get a first down.
They go to the draw. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, he wants it all. On target over the middle. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Nice play design on that one to make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Washington State. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Michigan State pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there in East Lansing. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. Finds his tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
He's brought down at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
First down for the offense.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start.
Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Handoff to the single back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking for a crease. It's Sims. They knock him down right there. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Hawaii! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Number 7.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job at getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Hawaii, 28. Washington State, 17.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Runs through the tackle. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Washington State lines up quickly. To throw, it's Mateer. He's got him along the sideline. Beautiful footwork for the first down. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. So after reviewing, and he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And nobody able to handle that punt, and they'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Got a man in the middle. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. After the big 1st down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Back open in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Hawaii. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll run it from the gun. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving core in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas on the Palouse at Martin Stadium.
The Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Finds the tight end. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Washington State going quickly.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Now on second down after the good first down run. From the gun to give, looking for room. Tackle is made after the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Red pass, it's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
The quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Taking it the other way. The 30. The 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
The Hawaii offense returns to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Pulls it in. It's Hines. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's going to take off. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Parker. Across the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Got his man quickly. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. The pull and throw off the RPO. Got room at the 35. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wazoo! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellows, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Notre Dame notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from South Bend is worth its weight in gold to the Golden Domers. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. He's looking to throw it. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Looking downfield, it's Shager. This time on target. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And the Rainbow Warriors are moving quickly down the field. They'll try the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Just feeds the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! And the beatdown has ensued.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Parker. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defense denying a big play as we played 3 quarters. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes a grab enough for the first. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll throw it on 1st down. Snagged on the outside, it's Williams. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Back to the air one more time. It's complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Quick completion on the out route. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. After the short completion, it's now 2nd down. Power football with the run. They get him on the ground with this running game imposing its will. 6-yard gain down to the 17. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. All wideouts, no backs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
Second down coming up.
Wants to fire on second down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the...
They want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Rainbow Warriors line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They'll start this drive with a pass. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. To the air, it's Mateer. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. He'll come out throwing on first down. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Washington State has it all working right now. The give to the back. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Balls at the 13. Looking to throw on second down. He makes a grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cougar!
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
Extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a...
Off he goes! Ripped off a huge shunt play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Quick touch pass to the receiver. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. Third and goal. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Hawaii! And the pummeling has started. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw. That's reeled in. It's Hudson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hudson. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Looking to move it through the air. He finds his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And now on second down for this offense. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires to the wideout. And the missed connection on third down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking deep down the right side. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Trying to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that's being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.